Hi everybody, in today's video I'm going to be showing you guys how I achieve my summer foundation look without it looking too cakey, so let's get started. So the first product I start off with is this Garnier Clean. I have been using this for quite some time now. It's their impurities and eliminating scrub. As you guys know, if you follow me on Instagram, I also use Proactive. I don't use it because I have really bad acne. I use it more for the fact that I don't have super clear skin. Like, I get impurities every once in a while and I just don't want them at all, so I use Proactive. I'm very picky like that. So I just started off with this product and then I wait about 10 to 15 minutes before I go in to apply my foundation. So for my foundation, I'm going to be starting off with two products. I'm going to be using the Nivea Soft. So this is what it looks like. It is my favorite moisturizing lotion for my face. And I'm also going to be pairing this with the Revlon Photo Ready Makeup in the shade Nude. And that's just what that looks like. So what I do is I take just a pea-sized amount of the moisturizer, put a little bit of that on the back of my hand, and then I'm going to be taking one pump of my Revlon Photo Ready foundation, and I'm also going to be applying that to the back of my hand. So I just take one full pump, just like that. I'm going to go ahead and mix those two together just with the end of one of my brushes here. And you want to make sure it has a good consistency between the two. I'm going to take this damp beauty sponge. It's not a beauty blender, but it's pretty similar. Gives the same effect, and I'm going to be applying this all over my face. So basically the reason why I'm mixing the foundation in with the moisturizer is because it helps to thin it out, and it's going to still give you some good coverage, but it's also going to moisturize and nourish your skin all day, which is definitely a plus. I also like this moisturizer because it doesn't make my face look oily. And I mean, when you have super oily skin like I do, it's really great to find a moisturizer that doesn't make you look ridiculously like wet, like you just got out of a pool. This is going to give you a light to medium coverage depending on what foundation you're mixing in with your moisturizer, as well as how much you apply. It's going to make a big difference. If you keep going over and over, it's going to make a big difference. I just use up what I have on my hand, apply it to my entire face so it looks fairly even, and then I'm done with foundation. It doesn't give me full coverage because I don't want to pack on too much. I want to keep it very nice and lightweight so that I don't feel cakey all day. Now I'm going to be applying a concealer, and I'm going to be using the color Sand from the Maybelline Fit Me. So I'm just going to be taking this concealer and I'm going to be applying it under my eyes. Right now I'm a little more tanned because I used Loving Tan, and I have more of a golden tone to my skin, so I'm using more of a yellow concealer to highlight. And I'm just going to be making myself look like a lion, pretty much. And then I'm going to cover up just some red marks that I have on my skin. So now I'm going to take my beauty blender and I'm going to blend this all out. In order to prevent my concealer from creasing, I'm just going to be applying some powder. The color I'm going to be applying is Transparent from Rimmel London, and it is their Stay Matte Pressed Powder. And I'm just going to be taking this small sheer cover brush that I got many years ago, and I'm going to be applying this under my eyes in like a swooping motion and a circular motion. I find that when you go under your eyes, it's really good to pat the product in to those fine lines. I find that it helps to prevent them from creasing. That's just me. And then I really buff out that area specifically. And then I'm just going to go over my T-zone with this brush in particular because this is where I focus most of the product. I'm going to go ahead and take that same pressed powder and I'm going to take my Duo Fiber brush from Sigma and I'm going to be just going over the rest of my face briefly. Alright, now I am going to focus on making my skin look more bronzed because right now I look like a potato. So for my bronzer, I'm going to be using the Sun Love bronzer from Rimmel London. I guess I'm going with all Rimmel products today for powders. And I'm going to be taking this huge, large powder brush from Sigma, and I'm just going to be placing this on my neck to start. I'm going to kind of carve out that jawline, get rid of this double chin. And then I am also going to put this on the sides of my cheeks. So when you're applying this, you do not want to go right here with the bronzer. You want to keep it where your cheek line is. So if you go from like the top of your ear here down, also if you suck in your cheeks, you can see where that line is. Do not go below right there. Because then it makes your face look deformed, which is not nice. I just put it all over my cheeks too because I want to have a really sun-kissed look in the summertime. And I also bring the bronzer up to my temple. So what I do first is I pretty much just sculpt out where I want to put the bronzer, and then I just move it around pretty much. And then I'm also going to be applying this to the sides of my forehead because that's where the sun naturally hits it. And then I like to go in and just make sure everything looks pretty much blended. And this is basically what you come out with. After that, I'm going to be applying blush. So I'm going to take this Sigma large angled contour brush. This is what I prefer to use for my blush. And I'm going to be using the Milani Bellissimo Bronze Baked Powder Blush. Super pretty, especially for summertime. And I'm just applying this right here on my cheeks. Now right now you're probably thinking, oh my god, this looks so horrible, it's not even blended. Don't worry, we're gonna blend it out. And then once that's done, I'm gonna be taking my MAC Soft and Gentle Mineralized Skin Finish and I'm gonna be applying this to the tops of my cheekbones and as well as the center of my nose. So just right here is where you want to apply that highlighter to give you a beautiful glow. I'm also going to apply this to my cupid's bow as well. And then down the bridge of my nose, which I'm going to contour after. If that's done, I'm going to be taking that same Duo Fiber brush. I'm just going to be picking up the slightest amount of pressed powder. Seriously, just the slightest amount. And I'm going to be buffing in all of this to my skin to make it look super seamless. So as you can see, everything is looking nice and blended. There's no harsh line here where I contoured on either side, and it just looks like my skin's glowing. So now I'm just gonna put on some brows so you guys can see pretty much what my face will look like. My eye makeup just won't be done. So I will be back in 2 seconds. I'm gonna be using the Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade in Ebony, as I always do, and I'm gonna be using an angled brush and a spoolie to apply this. Okay, and now that my brows are all filled in, as you can see, this is pretty much it for my foundation routine for the summertime. The last thing I do is I'm going to be spraying my face with this L'Oreal Paris Infallible Pro Setting Spray. It is the Makeup Extender Setting Spray, and it is oil-free, which is good for oily skin like mine. So I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. I hope you enjoyed the talk through of me rambling like an idiot. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you found this video somewhat educational and that you've learned something on how to apply foundation without making it look super cakey, especially in the summertime when it's so hot and sticky outside. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like I said before, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in my next video.